Tell 'em all I'm out in Vegas, blowing every dollar I ever made. Tell 'em I must be into something bad for me, 'cause I sure lost a lot of weight. Tell 'em I'm out on...
What made you go into the country music?
Well, it's a long story, but to make it a little shorter, my dad was a trucker. So we picked up a lot of country music when we got outside
Your
the
dad was a
state lines.
trucker?
Yes, ma'am. That's how it all kind of began for me as a child.
Did you ever go on trips with him?
Yes, we did. Our summer
Hey,
vacation.
how exciting was it?
It was kind of unexciting, to be honest with you, because it was just a summer vacation that we were out of school. That's what we did.
And you
go
went
down
with
home.
him. You were saying that you are related, or you're
Yeah, a little bit about how it started. It's back in St. Louis. A lot of people know who Chuck Berry is. That's my godfather. And,
Chuck Berry is his godfather.
Yes.
And
yes.
how did that all happen?
Well, because I started out with a guy named Joe Edwards, who is a billionaire real estate developer in St. Louis, and he is the one that owns the world famous Delmar Loop area. Chuck Berry is out of Blueberry Hill, contracted with him, sort of like a home base where you can come see Chuck once a month. So I began back in 2012 opening for Chuck Berry exclusively.
Oh, how amazing. So you haven't been singing for that long?
7 years I've been
7
going.
years.
I've been in Nashville for 5 of them. Kid Rock's guitar player is my guitar player. Darius Rucker's drummer is my drummer. Johannes Greer. Craig Wayne Boyd, who won The Voice 2 years ago, was just here. I was supposed to meet him here when I got here. I didn't make it, so I sent another friend of mine from the world famous Dramatics. He went down and met with Craig and those guys, and they went backstage and hung out in the back room and did what we do back in
You
Nashville.
have quite a story. I mean, you're if they Google what
Wild Bill Young, as I have to do, is Google
Wild Bill Young
Yeah.
on Google, on Facebook, on any
Yes.
of that, and they'll catch up with you.
Yeah, and actually check the Tennessee state government records as well. I have the
State government,
Tennessee. Yeah.
this is getting more and more interesting.
Well,
And
okay,
then-
so
no, it's fun. I
music
love
is
it.
like that. Yeah,
I
music
love it.
life is
I love
like
it.
that.
It's funny. I was talking earlier, and I did an interview earlier that there's two things we absolutely love in this world, and one is sort of is love. We want love. Everybody
Yes,
wants
ma'am.
to be loved,
Yes, ma'am.
and everybody loves music.
That's right.
So so love and music is never going to die.
That's right.
It's never going anywhere.
That's right.
So, have you got anything coming out that we know of that's good?
Well,
come on,
yeah,
let's hear about all these
actually,
hits.
we've
He's got
got
all these hidden secrets.
Yeah, we got a lot of people coming down from Nashville. As I said, those guys I just named, the people I talked to today, they're coming down here. We're building a Nashville country experience right here in Las Vegas. I'm also signed on with Steve Byers at Byers Entertainment here in Las Vegas. I believe the hottest agent here in Las
That is
Vegas.
the hottest agent in town, actually.
Yeah, so I'm shooting with those guys a couple of days here. We'll be doing those shows. I also work with a lot of hip-hop stars, Pharrell Williams. I work with Jermaine Dupri. I work with
Jermaine, hey, all
Silk.
right.
I work with 112, Jagged Edge down in Atlanta. So I work with a lot of people. My music is a fusion. There's people here that have heard me. If you're on the national circuit, mostly the entertainers have.
Yes.
Because I've been on the circuit with those guys doing shows. A lot of people follow me on the Facebook. And
But now you're going to start doing shows in Vegas.
Vegas show is a historical event taking place, and we're doing all the blueprints for it right now.
And when is this event going to take place?
Well, we kick off as soon as Steve gets us going at some of these corporate events and some of these conventions and such.
Yes.
We'll be doing a little larger scale stuff, but still, I'm going to also be doing some things at a couple of local establishments around here, sort of like a home base like Chuck has. Different eateries and restaurants.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
A lot of people are talking with me now about branding with them, so we'll be doing a lot of that too, but that'll be on my private end because I long to bring country music experiences outside of the country music arena. And
you want to bring
them
it
into the rural and the urban areas alike.
Yeah,
Yes.
so that you can hear more about the country music, because it always seems to be a little bit hidden.
Yes.
But it's so fun about country music. I have it. My best girlfriend's husband adores country music. So when he was in Vegas, he was saying, Ninon, where can we go? I want to hear country music. I want to go to a country music store. And I couldn't find any place to kind of take it.
That's why I came here.
So you don't really have much of that here.
How much of that here? We're here now.
But I think a lot of people, because you get people from all over the world, would absolutely love to hear this.
It's a #1 genre in the world, country music.
Yes.
Yes. So if you go to Japan.
Even in England we have country music. England is, this very proper thing,
Yes.
But we love it there.
Yes. And we did a big fun because, as I said, I mentioned Nashville. And when I said check the government records, I am the third considered by the state of Tennessee and the governor's office, as well as the mayor's office. I have keys to the city of Nashville for being the third
Keys of the city?
Well, that's the St. Louis and Nashville, but that's for being the third African American to go national singing country music on the circuit. You've had Charlie Pride, you have Darius
That's
Rucker.
true. I never thought of that because
So
I don't see
I
colour,
have to
so
take
I don't. I
30.
never
Yeah.
see that. So,
They give us
so
that
this
for
is
this.
something that is really coming out there,
Yeah.
and that's why you've the cowboy hat and the glasses and the whole bit.
Well, yeah, 5 years in Nashville as well. You know what I mean?
5 years in
So,
Nashville, you
yeah.
decide you're going to wear the hat.
Yeah, you have to. It's
To
an
be part
image.
of Nashville. I don't
Yeah,
know. Do
yeah.
I have to wear a hat when I go to Nashville?
Well, you can wear a hat, but in my situation, to be honest with you, you can put all the hats on you want. You don't make a Nashville country singer until you gel with everybody out of
You have to gel
You
with
have to have the
everybody.
network, and you have to have people down there willing to
So
vouch
tell me,
for you.
how did you manage to get into, and how did you start getting this gel thing? How did
Well-
you start getting this going when you realized you had, this country voice?
Yes, ma'am. Our city hall sent out our mayor of St. Louis, Francis Slay. I like to shouts out to him too. And he's
Francis Slay,
yeah, I
hi,
think this is
how
his
you
last
doing?
term, but he's been a great mayor. He sent out, I did a lot of media stuff for Fox 2. I had a national documentary. PBS still runs right now. So that is something that, as I was making history, I was making political connections,
As
so
well,
to speak.
which
Yeah,
you need. Always
yeah.
remember that you need that political
Yes,
stuff.
yes,
It's
yeah.
like I know everybody in Los Angeles.
Exactly, and so I entered the Texaco Showdown. That's
Yeah.
the biggest country music competition in country music, period. Jason Aldean, everybody's been in it. Anybody, Taylor Swift, everybody who's
Now,
in
have you
country.
been in it yet?
I was in it. I won half of it. So
You
that's-
won half.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Won half of it. I didn't win it all. I think.
Yeah, but he wanted to win it all.
10-year-old kids beat me out, but
A
that
10-year-old
was what
kid?
it is. Yeah, 10-year-old kids.
Oh.
Were 4 of them. And the thing is, they didn't really beat me out, but they won, and the crowd became a little upset, saying, "Well, your show is much different. You were much better." But I said, "Yeah, but they're 10-year-old
he's
kids.
10-year-old. He
and
grasps
they're cuter
everybody."
Than, yeah, you're cuter than bunny rabbits. So how can you guys get mad? We're going to be all right anyway."
Of course,
So
you
yeah,
are.
they needed it, and I needed it too. Not a matter of winning; it's a matter of participating in it. It's sort of like being a nation.
Well, you're
it's sort
kind of
like being in
spreading
it.
the word of,
It's a
of who
fraternity.
you are.
It's a fraternity, yeah.
So what do you think about all this social media and all what's going on? Because nothing is like it was before. You had agents, you had all
Yeah,
sorts of
yeah,
different
yeah,
things, but now, unless you do the social media thing, you're kind of not involved.
Yeah, and that's the social media is the future because a lot of people don't listen to the radio anymore. That's
No.
considered for old people just to listen to the radio. Same thing with watching television. The reason social media is so hot is because you can do just like this
I know.
and go on and start to watch a program or go on and get
And
information.
if you don't like
that's
it, you can click it and still be moving around.
Exactly. Now, it's got its
You can
downsides.
take it with you.
Yeah, it's got its upsides, it's got its downsides.
Well, it's
it
like
also
anything,
allows
isn't
a
it?
lot of fraudulent people to get on and act like they're doing things they're really not doing
Yeah.
just from saying it. And that's why we stick to the Nashville country singing thing. I mean, the actual idea is that you can put a hat on and be from North Carolina, you can put a hat on and be from anywhere. It's not going to make you a Nashville country singer.
No.
The rest of my band is going to come down.
No,
right
the
there.
proof in the pudding.
The same thing. Yes, a
Proof
good old
in the
boy
pudding.
network that you got to get in. And it's
You've
not,
got to play the part.
Exactly. You got
And you've got to
be
follow through.
And your music
And that's how you find
has
out
to get it.
phone is. It's when you want to find out something, just keep pressing on it, and eventually it's either going to be great and come to fruition, or it's going to fall to one side. And usually if it's going to
Exactly.
fall,
If it's real, it's going to
if it's
deal.
real, it's going to be there.
Yeah, yeah. We like to say if it's real, it's going to deal.
If it's real, it's got a deal. I like that.
Yeah.
If it's real, it's got a deal.
Yeah.
And that's very, very true with anything, actually.
That's right.
So you can always sort out, they say, well, we don't know who this is, and we don't. But you soon find out, because it's soon,
Yes, ma'am. Well, Google's
oil,
good.
oil comes to the top.
And Google's good. You can Google somebody, they say they're a singer, they're a dancer, they're a promoter, they're management. If you Google them, you just say their name. You don't have to say what they do or anything else. That should pop up, and that gives you a whole menu to see if you like what they're doing.
What they're
or not.
doing. There you go.
You don't see anything, there's nothing to like.
Now, what about CDs? You got anything CDs
Yeah,
coming
we
out?
have
Let's talk
CDs.
about your CDs.
I got CDs. I have one record that I stuck with since the day we made it, and I'm not one of the people who like to make a bunch of CDs. I feel like if nobody cared about the first one, why make a second one? So the first one is what we stick to.
Stick to the first
It's
one.
held us down to this far, so it's still not a national release product.
Yeah.
It has had some great songs.
And it's
on there.
worked.
Oh yes.
So keep it.
Working well. We may do a thing where we add one or two to a new album
Yes.
or so. I've got some guys. I got Nelly's producers coming down here. We're going to be working on a hip hop country album.
You're a busy guy,
for
isn't it?
spring. We try to work as hard as we can.
Yes.
I drove 2,000
Well, you're
miles here.
dedicated.
Yes,
You are
ma'am.
dedicated to what you're doing,
Stuck in this. I
100%.
say stuck, yeah.
And you're stuck in it,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
you love it.
Yes, ma'am.
Now,
Yes,
can you sing anything for me now?
ma'am. I can sing anytime, any place. You know,
Oh, see? Now,
You know.
I didn't like to tell him that I wanted him to sing something, but can you sing me something?
I'll give you
A
a
little
little
short
maybe,
something?
yeah, maybe a little line that Jason Aldean says in this song, Truth, and it says, "Tell them all I'm out in Vegas, blowing every dollar I ever made. Tell him I must be into something bad for me, 'cause I sure lost a lot of weight. Tell him I'm out on the West Coast where it don't ever rain, living like a gypsy. Okay. Thank you.
You know, I do this with a lot of my guests. I suddenly surprise them, like, can you sing something? And so far they haven't let me down. That was absolutely beautiful.
Well, thank you.
I've got to know when you're performing, and I've got to come and see you and see what's going on. I'm going to keep in touch with Nick.
Okay.
Nick Blaze, he's my producer.
Okay.
And sort of, keep it all together, and we'll come down and see
All right.
you.
That'd be great.
And how long are you in town for?
I live here now.
Oh, you live
So
here
yeah,
now?
we have a 6-month schedule, and we're programming full of stuff for people to come out and see, the live band and all my original material, along with the Charlie Pride tribute I'm going to be doing as well.
Okay.
So that's he
you
sold
appearing
second only
tonight?
to Elvis.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he sold
Oh,
second
did you
only
know
to
that this is
so
Elvis Presley's booth?
I heard that. I saw that on some of your.
You were sitting
yes.
right probably where he sat one time.
Well, that's a nice.
Or maybe
place to
I'm
be
in his
sitting.
seat.
Yeah. Viva
One of
Las
us.
Vegas.
Viva
Yeah,
Las
we're here.
Vegas. There you go.
That's what we're here for.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. So are you playing anywhere tonight or anything?
Not tonight. We're doing a lot of meetings. I'm shooting again for Buyers Entertainment this week. I'll do the menu of songs that we'll be doing.
Okay,
So
yeah.
I'll do that selection, and then they catalog it, and it goes out to all these different hotels or his contacts that he books us through.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll be playing a lot of places. But maybe doing something the 25th, which would be a surprise situation.
25th of February.
Yeah,
Where?
supper. What is it? Dee Dee's Blue Fire Supper Club.
Dee Dee's Blue Fly Supper
Yeah,
Club.
we may be doing something there. If not the 25th, a couple more days, because again, we like to prepare it properly before we come out.
Absolutely,
Yes,
of course,
ma'am. Yes,
absolutely. Preparation is the greatest thing.
Yes, ma'am.
And to know what you're doing and to be prepared, absolutely amazing.
ma'am.
And of course, you know how to reach him. You can reach him on Google, Facebook, all of it. everywhere.
WildBillYoung.com, and yes, just Google Wild Bill Young. It's
There
easy.
you go, absolutely.
Yes,
Well,
ma'am.
it's amazing having, it's an honor for me to have someone so famous.
My pleasure.
You're very
My pleasure.
famous,
My pleasure indeed.
very well known, got
My
a big
pleasure.
name out there. Thank
My
you so
pleasure.
much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much.
you.
We'll be back. Vegas Live with Ninon.
Tell them all I'm out in Vegas, blowing every dollar I ever made. Tell them I must be into something bad for me, 'cause I sure lost a lot of weight. Tell them I'm out on the West Coast where it don't ever rain, living like a gypsy.